as well as people from The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, your favorite bloggers, vloggers, Instagrammers. I work with all of them. So what I'm telling everyone in this room, it's not only applicable to the athletes, it's not only applicable to students. These foundational tools are going to help you achieve your goals no matter what they are. And I know a lot of people want to make a lot of money. Just kidding, it's all about impact. If you worry about... No, so for me, and this is the thing, this is why it's very easy for me to speak in front of y'all, in front of everyone I talk to, is I could easily have my head down at a law firm right now. But I'm not going to be having the impact that I have, as much as I have as I'm standing right here, right now. So when you worry about the outcome of what your goals are, what change you want to see in this world, the income's going to come eventually, you know? You'll be able to take care of yourself, because I'm a firm believer that if you put positivity out in the world, you're going to get it back tenfold. So influencers. Those are your favorite people who are influential online. So someone name a game, no, you know, we're not going to do that. Anyways, content. We could do that all day. You know what, there's plenty of jokes throughout the rest of the presentation. So content. Content is anything you create online. So it could be likes, it could be posts, it could be pictures, videos, going live. It's also what you retweet, what you favorite, and the comments you put on other people's posts. That's content. Anything you can create online where you're putting out there, that is content. All right, so when I mention content, just think about any stuff you put online. So I already talked a little bit about me. I don't have very many followers, and I like it like that. I like being under the radar because you know what? I'm not supposed to be the person who's front and center. My clients are. At the same time, I played sports too. So it's always nice to have one of those blue check marks on it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? All right. So first of all, I want to talk about where I see the biggest issues with students. So where they mess up the most. Then after that, we're going to talk about the things y'all can do to, first of all, not mess up online. But secondly, how you can create the ideal student image online. So this will help with your college applications. This will help with you getting a job. This will help when you go to college and you're trying to make new friends and people start looking at your social media feeds, because everyone does it. So this will teach you how to put your best foot forward. So the first thing that I see, the first issue, is ownership, right? Yeah. So I know that's a made-up percentage right there, but in reality, it's a lot higher, especially with your age group. Because you know, I did teach too, and I am a coach, so I know how to people manage. And you know what? When we get to a new topic, I can stay here all day. I'm sure all your teachers can as well. So, thank you. So check it out. There are third graders right now, and there might be some of you that had Instagram accounts. You know, those parents, they're teaching their kids as much as possible, but as soon as you get online, as soon as you get a social media account, your parents are training you in a pond, and then they're giving you the whole ocean. And they might not even be aware of how to monitor and teach you how to swim in that ocean. So what I see a lot is a lot of people using social media as their emotional outlets. When you get upset, the first thing you do is tweet it out. The first thing you do is put a Snapchat post. Start talking to your phone and then send it to people because it makes you feel good because you're sending it to people. But realistically, what I see is a lot of people just wanting to talk to themselves. Yeah. It's not just your age too, it's a lot of people. And when people start talking to themselves, their internal dialogue starts, it can become aggressive, it can become passionate, it can become sad. But most importantly, like in my opinion, when you're talking to that phone, you're getting a little release of, you know, this is okay, like I'm over it now. But you're not really internalizing the reason why you feel that way. So it's a quick fix, And could really be really detrimental to everyone here if it's angry or negative. So I know people post song lyrics, right? People start, I know Musically was big back in the day. And then there's a lot of songs you could choose to be on there, right? So what people do is they start swearing, and they start saying words they shouldn't be saying, and then sending it to all their friends. Because ultimately, when y'all are by yourselves singing in your own room, that's fine. When y'all are hanging out with your own friends, that's fine. That's what happens in private. But as soon as you put that online, that's not private anymore. And then you want everyone who sees that, everyone who has access to that, to judge you based on that one thing. And what a lot of people are going to do is they're not going to dig deep. They're not going to look at all the things that you posted. They're not going to take the time to get to know who you really are. They're just going to judge you based on what you see. I know when I was working with a lot of the professional athletes, when they wanted to work with me, so my clients were the brands. When the athletes wanted to work with me, I'd go on all their social media accounts, and I'd scroll down 3 years in 1 minute. I can tell you what they valued in their lives. I can tell you who they hung out with, where they hung out at, and then through that, and through like the intuition I had from over years of experience, I can tell you that the acts that they were going to commit in the future, whether it be positive or negative. And you can tell that because, you know what? If someone's posting pictures about it, that means they value it. And if they're posting a lot, then all of a sudden those pictures start forming on their timeline. You can create your own opinions based on someone else's years of content, because that's how they're feeling on a day-to-day basis. I know a lot of y'all are deleting every single of your posts except for the top 6. Is that right? Is that a thing here too? No, not yet? So I've been seeing a lot of people do that, where it's, it's cool just to have 3 posts, because it shows the exact type of person that they want them to see. And that's fine, that's cool. But just imagine if you don't have to worry about posting the top 3 of your best pictures ever, and then you don't have to worry about it. That 3 years ago, what you posted, you're fine with, because you know what, you're thinking about it before you post it. That takes away a lot of stress. That takes away a lot of surprises later on in your career, or in school, or personally. But ultimately, it lets you worry about social media less. That's the goal. So whenever y'all, there you go, caught myself. Whenever y'all retweet something, don't retweet World Star, don't retweet any of those things. Don't retweet cut videos, people doing drugs, people doing dumb stuff. Because that's you saying, hey, I support this, I endorse it. Because you're sharing it with everybody. You care enough to share it, then the people around you are going to think that you value it. The people who don't know you are going to think that's who you are. In my world, they say that content is king, but really context is queen. Now, on social media, people don't care enough to find out the context. So that's just something I only think about. Oh, memes. Did everyone hear about those Harvard students who got kicked out of school? They got their acceptances revoked because of memes that they posted in a private Facebook group. Did everyone hear about that? So there's Facebook. You can substitute Facebook with any social media platform. When you're in a group, a private group, you start becoming a little looser, right? With your words, with the words you use, with the videos you post because they're your friends. But private groups aren't private. It's the equivalent of me coming into this room and telling you guys a secret. Y'all can go outside and tell whoever you want about that secret. The difference is, if this was a social media setting, this would be me telling y'all that same secret and handing everyone a piece of paper that said it. And it says, you can do whatever you want with this. But keep it a secret. Some people are going to hand it to their friends. Some people are going to keep it to themselves. Other people are going to lose it, and for others to find. Private groups aren't private. So what happened in that situation was you had all the acceptance, the people got accepted to Harvard, and all of a sudden they started posting memes, because that's what people do. They try to be funny. These memes started to become misogynistic, they started to become racist, and they started to become really negative and targeting other kids and other people who were accepted to that school. So the people who were posting those, well, first of all, that's harassment. That's obviously racism and misogyny. But then, that's not the type of person that Harvard wants on their campus. That's not a good cultural fit with that school. And replace that school with any other school, you know? So Harvard revoked the acceptances of, I think, 10 to 12 people. So just imagine thinking you're going to college and then 1 month before they say, nope, you're not coming here anymore. Yeah, that's what happened then. So that's why your social media actions lead to real life consequences. Illicit activities. Y'all can start seeing a theme here, right? It's all the stuff that we know we shouldn't be doing in real life anyways, and we definitely shouldn't be sharing online. I know I worked in social media, so when I was saying I was going back and background checking all of these professional athletes, all of these people who want to work with me, I was talking to my friend. He's a prosecutor, which means he's the lawyer for the government who puts bad guys in jail. We were talking about it, and we were talking about how we both use social media. And we found that we have very similar jobs. You know, I was doing background checks to see how people were acting, what their future acts were going to be. He was background checking people or searching people's social media accounts because he was trying to find evidence. He was trying to find evidence of the criminal acts that the people he was prosecuting did. And he found them. A lot. Because you think something's private on your phone, but it really isn't. You think that you could it's cool to share videos of you trespassing somewhere or maybe spray painting something or stealing something. It really isn't. That's not putting your best foot forward. If your future husband or wife